Good morning. It's Monday, and I'm Nancy Joy. It's time for reflections. Friend asked me that was visiting this weekend about doing these weekly videos, and I have to tell you, I do them for me. I love the connection. I love what I share, that I learn about myself. It really, any Monday morning, what I'm talking about is something that became clear to me, something that I moved through, and I'm sharing with all of you. And what I especially love, too, is then the feedback. But even if I did this in a vacuum, I think I would continue to do this. It's kind of my journal, if you will. So thank you for joining me on my journey and the growing number of you who listen and respond. And so Rumi puts it this way: your task is not to seek love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. I loved it, because long ago, when I first began to work with the emotional field of humanity and in the work I do, Ezekiel told me that the body of work that I would be working with would be to love it all, or learning to love it all, simplified to love it all. We're moving, we talk about this all the time, unity consciousness, we're moving out of duality, we're integrating polarity, and there is really only one way to do that. And the only way to do that is to bring everything into love, into integration, as the Beatles sang, love is all there is love. And so everything we experience, now this is something emotionally to really realize, the vibration is love. And out of that vibration are its opposites, it's polarity, but it's part of it, it's not separate. Therefore, things such as anger and fear are actually a part of love that you or we, or as a people, as a nation, however you want to look at it, have not integrated in our own beings. So inside the journey is an inner journey. In order to build this new earth, we have to be what it is we want to create. We have to live it. It's not about writing letters to senators and all that. That's fine. Do it. Do your thing here on earth. But go inside and look at all the places that, as you're judging whatever you've created outside of you to push you back in to the vibration of love, all those things are where you need to bring your heart, is where you need to open your heart, is where you need to be compassionate. And it's much easier for us on a spiritual level to do it for a friend that said something or did something that hurt us, or a spouse that hurt us. And that's a little easier than going to the place where we take some atrocity, such as in child abuse, the abduction of children, any kind of gruesome murder type of thing. How do you love that, and what do you do with that emotionally? So this is the real test of our journey. Our real test of our journey is that when we can bring all these things into compassion and understanding and love, they will cease to be horrors. They will probably cease to exist altogether, because they will shift into the agape, the vibration of love. So this is our job right now. And when you say how to, well, I feel that's the work I do with Ezekiel. The how to and the learning to love it all is to clear the emotional blocks. It's not to say, oh, I forgive him, or I realize he's my teacher, he's pushing me into my lessons, so he abused me. And it's to feel it. It's to feel the pain of that person that couldn't feel love and made choices of their own free will to diminish love because it was blocked within themselves. Even you take a Hitler, you take a whatever, the worst you can come up with. And here's a tool for you. Start exploring how separated they were from love, because they're your mirror. They are your mirror. Start seeing the pain inside of them, and find that pain then inside of you, because that's a barrier to vibrating in this love. Now, many of us, I venture to say all of us probably listening to me this Monday morning, have felt that agape, have felt that pure love, have sung it, have vibrated it. We've talked of it with my friend Julie in a form of the Shakti energy and the divine feminine. But it accepts everything, this love. There is nothing this love does not accept. And so now comes the real work. And the emotional tools are out there. And I hope you'll go through any of these videos, whether it's anger, whether it's fear, whether it's jealousy, shame, guilt. Once you understand the power of that emotion, you can use it to help you bring the situation, the experience, into integration, back to love, learning to love it all. One of the best ways is, in my opinion, is the To Love It All emotional clearing workshops. And there's one coming up here in Iowa on January 22nd. Certainly a good start. You'll feel it. You'll get the tools. You'll know how to vibrate it. And you'll always have that point to return to. But there's a lot of great things out there, and I encourage all of you to explore them. You know, NET, the Sedona method. There are many, many ways to find those barriers inside yourself and take them down, because then you truly will love it all, and you will be living that which you wish to create. So that's it for this Monday morning. I'll see you next week. In the meantime, take a look at all the wonderful trips coming up, the Heartlights trip for the 9th wave of Unity Consciousness. And take a look at the session special, all of December. Sessions regularly $90 are only $60, and you can buy as many as 3 and use them whenever you want or give them as gifts. So lots of great things. See you next week, and take a look at this. Take a look at something that's not in the vibration of love in your emotional body, and step right on in. Have a great week. Bye-bye.